wrap this all up. 73. See ya.
What is going on, y'all? Just letting some notifications go out. All my Patreons should have a link I sent earlier this week to join me live in Zoom. Hey, got some more people joining. Thank you very much. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this kicked off. Hey, what is going on? I'm Frank, KG5HJ, and welcome to Take Radio! Woo! What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to have my Patreons on, and we're going to be talking to them, and we're going to find out what they're going to be working on the Ham Shack, and what's going on in their ham world. I got 30 minutes to do this, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's play that awesome intro video! Audio. I had myself muted. Let me just do a quick recap. Thank you to all my Patreons. We're going to get y'all on in a bit. I got the Buy Me a Beer link active. Don in the back is laughing at me right now. And I got coins still for sale, and my audio podcast is amazing. Go ahead and watch it. And what else do I have? I think that's it. Let's go ahead. Let's bring everyone in. I got a new scene for this. Boom! Transition. What is up, y'all? How are y'all doing? Hey! Cool. Thank y'all for joining. So what I kind of wanted to do is everyone's like been interviewing some vendors, some applications about the ham world, the radios and everything. And you know what? I just wanted to take a pause. I want to take a moment. I wanted to talk to y'all out there and see what's going on and what do y'all got going on your ham bench. So who wants to kick it off here? You do have one of those. Very nice. I got two of those right here. And then I have a whole box downstairs. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's cool. Well, thank y'all for joining. And what's going on in y'all's ham world? What projects do y'all have going on?
Well, in my case, I've got some antenna projects lined up, and I'm going to be building some and trying that out, and hopefully that all goes well. I got my Cartena Artemis in the mail, and I'm going to try and get my grandson involved in helping me build that one. And then I've got a couple other ones that I want to try. And then, of course, I saw that video today where they talked about the new link dipole, and of course I'll try and get me one of those if I can. But the idea is to set some of these up in the backyard in the HOA and be as inconspicuous as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I've been okay with my MFJ 40 through 10 in-fed halfway. Nobody said anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of stuck up between some pine trees, but I'm not having a lot of success with that. And I don't know if I'm getting interference from the electrical meter and the air conditioner, which is right near the where the in-fed, where the toroid is and all that stuff. It's probably within 5 feet of that. So I'm not sure, but it specs out okay with the SWR, but I still don't seem to have too much luck with it. But other than that, that's what I'm doing.
Interesting. So you said, is this just a wire antenna?
It
Halfway?
is. It's a 40 through 10 in-fed halfway from MFJ that I've had since
Nice.
I've been licensed at the end of 18.
The one thing, since it's just a wire, you thought about maybe taking it down and using it for a quick POTA just to see if it's the environment.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I had not thought of that. That's a good idea. I have a POTA spot not too far away from me, and I've done some POTA hunting, and I'm interested in doing the POTA activations also.
Mhm.
And I have one not far away from me. That's a good idea. I didn't think of that. So maybe I'll take that over there and use that for my first actual POTA activation.
Yeah, the other thing is, Vern, too, I have that same MFJ, and I also have an Artemis. And I noticed, like, I took the MFJ down, actually. The Artemis for me was working so much better.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah.
You might find when you get that it'll work better for you. But yeah, what Frank said is a really good idea.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That is a good idea.
The other thing is, too, I've got mine. I've just taken mine and gotten it even higher, and that's made quite a bit of difference. Just adding the height to it. So
the one end is approximately 20 feet in the air in a great big pine tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's the limit on the height.
Do trees add SWR could cause interference, do you think, Don? Or is just electro? No?
No. Especially if you like, if the tree is, if you've got like some cordage to the tree so that it's a little way, even just a couple of inches away from the tree, it's not going to interfere. And it really won't, from an electrical standpoint, it doesn't interfere. It can, like, in very sort of rare situations, it can pull on it a little bit electrically, but if it's away from it a little bit with just even an insulator between it, it'll keep it from happening. But
okay.
I run mine through trees all the time, and it doesn't. I just don't worry about that little bit of interference. My problem with my trees is they're just not that tall. And on my mine, I just went to an inverted V. And I think that was based on something that Ape had said about, that at the ends, that's not really where you're getting the most bang for your buck. It's in that center area. So I got my center up really high. And like what I've been working with Ham Radio Dude,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been working, I have many, one of these days I'm going to do a video and show people, but around my property, I have a lot of masts. I use the push-up masts. And I had gone to him at one time when he was doing those little design things in the evenings. And I said, what about, creating some kind of a topper for this, for those masts? Cause they actually clip at the top too. So he and I started talking about it, and we've got one that's about this wide that specifically I wanted to use for pulleys and things like that to put wires up. And then he's got two more that he created that are for creating hamstick dipoles, or we've got one now that's got can take 4 hamsticks. And then I've got a 34 foot, a 25 foot, and a 50-foot mast. I have not put anything on the 50-foot as yet, other than like Frank, when we were out at field day,
Yes, sir.
the mast that I had out there was the 50-foot.
You mean the support your parks
Yeah.
that got
And
blown down?
sorry. Yeah, it was to support your parks. And I actually had the Artemis deployed on that 50-foot mast, and it blew over twice, and it both the topper and the mast held up beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they're great masts, is what I was getting at. But so I've been doing that. I have one of these, which Josh just got through talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I bought it from the Uptech store, which is the recommended vendor. And then Thursday, I bought an FTDX 101D. And
Nice radio. Nice radio.
I have my radio right now. My main one that I use is a Sun SDR DX, and I've got that hooked to the Mercury. But I wanted something that, because that and the Flex and these other radios that I've got all work by having software on the computer, and I don't have a good way to power my computers when the power goes out. And the other thing is too, the computers generate a lot of noise. So I wanted a radio that when I have these power situations, that I don't deal with. I just, the radio is the only thing I need. That the coax and the antenna, and I'm on the, and from the shack, I mean. And so yeah, I spent too much money again and got a big radio, but I don't know. I really wanted one. I have an FTDX 10. I know how great that is, and I use it for photos. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been playing with, and what I'll be continuing to play with, and trying to learn CW. But
how's the CW coming?
It's going okay. I completed the beginners 1 and 2, so I know all the characters. But boy, when it comes to copying, I'm just not there yet. And one of the things that I'm running into that I found funny, because I started thinking about why am I not doing as well, it's because I don't write that fast. I mean, Frank, you and I both are programmers. We use keyboards all day. I don't write stuff. I don't write stuff well anymore. Oh.
Yeah. So you do that old-fashioned C style type programming. I'm more the higher level type of programming, the C++.
C++ is nothing but a Prackman C. You know that.
It's
That's how it started, but we'll bore everybody if we start going into that.
My 11-year-old grandson's been asking me about C and C++, and I said, buddy, I cannot help you. I do not have a clue. But he wants to. He does some little bit of coding now and then on some stuff. He's trying to teach himself, and he's 100 times smarter than I am, so he'll do fine.
There's great coding. Is it just code.com where you can start learning some code, and coding academies out there just to dabble.
Google had something at one time.
Well, they had a Doodle, which I was playing with a long time ago, about coding, and it was just drop-in modules, and that you can increment and do for loops and things, and that was pretty cool.
Well, they had this course, and I took it, and you would log into your little Google account. It was free, and you'd go through, and it would teach you how to do, the rudiments of C++. So, and it was just, kind of an online, you watch a video, and then they had an exercise, and you did the exercise online. So it had the compiler and all of the various things there. So
that's pretty cool.
There, I assume it is.
Philly said, if you don't C sharp, you'll be a B flat.
B is the language.
Oh, like I haven't even started CW. Um, I
Oh, I have not either. No.
I want to learn. I'm just there's the mental block being so like you said, I write down kind of slow, and it takes me a minute or two to even recognize the phonetic alphabet on HF sometimes, and just then trying to translate the CW. I think there's a little bit more mental hurdle for me to get on there. Alex says Long Island CW Club, which is a great club for learning CW. Josh has been going through it. And what do you got there, Don, trying to show us?
Well, so this is something that Scott turned me on to, ham radio for non-techies. He built the
Mm-hmm.
kit, and it's basically you plug a key into it, and then it's got a USB connector. I screwed up the case, so don't blame me, or don't expect me to do real well with this stuff. But
Well, you saw my soldering jobs. I did it backwards.
and we still need to get your Shari on there. But yeah, we it's got a USB thing, and you plug it into your computer,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to a website, and it allows you. I think it's called CW Hotline, but you go there, and they have little channels, and you practice yourself with yourself. It's got this QSO generator.
Mm-hmm.
You can send, and you send to it, and it replies back to you.
Oh,
And
that's
then
pretty cool.
there are separate practice channels where you and a buddy or several friends can get in. And the Richardson Wireless Club is talking about doing some things with either this or actually on the air around here, because they want to get more CW operators in the club. Some of the ones that we had, unfortunately, I mean, I worked with a guy 2 years ago that he said, this is the last time I can do it. He said, I'm just too old. But so we're just losing too many of our CW operators. And so they wanted to get more of us guys trained in it. And of course, I'm not that young either, but I did it years ago, and I loved it. So
Yeah, that's a tough one for me. I listen to it pretty regular because there's some guys in the Aries group that do it, and I really struggle separating the tones, I guess you would say. I guess that's how to say it. And I don't know if that's just because I haven't listened to it enough or something with my hearing. I don't know.
well,
But it all sounds like a jumbled up mess.
the thing is that you should hear each character almost as a tone or a separate deal. You should never try to separate out the dits and daws and try to count them. That'll set you up.
Okay.
And in fact, I do better listening to characters faster. Part of that is the fact that, I had to pass 20 word a minute to get my extra class. And so I was actually doing fairly well at sending and receiving back, when I was 30, which is 30 years ago. And I'm doing so much better that I can still remember being able to do it. I can't do it, but I remember being able to do it and what it was like. So
At 66, I remember things that I could do that I can't do now too. Oh yeah, yeah. Time waits for no man.
Yeah. Well, I know how things are supposed to be, and one day I hope to get back there. And if I do, I'm not going to set it aside again like I did before. I stopped about 94 or 95 and didn't pick it up again until just now. And it's all, I can still send. I can send fairly well, but here, no.
So
You'll get it back. You'll get it back.
So what
you made it that far with it 20 words a minute, you said you'll get it back.
Yeah, I agree. So what I'm kind of working on right now is I finally got my poster boards or my peg boards hung up right there. Woo! And after the stream, and I'm gonna be listening to the rest of the YouTubers Hamfest. I got a whole bunch of QSL cards here, which I am going to be hanging up. And by the time
Oh,
Jason's
that's
stream
cool.
comes along, that top one should have a bunch of cards on them. I
Oh,
also
no.
have a bunch of stickers from all the YouTubers and everyone I've been beating, and I just don't know what to do with the stickers. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure that out.
The thing that I've seen other guys do, and that makes a lot of sense. I mean, in a way, is that like if you got portable kits where you
Mhm.
got boxes, and I've got one with my KX3 and some other things in it, and I'll eventually create one for this, and I've got one on the way for the six.
Mhm.
I'm going to put the stickers on there. You
Mhm.
know,
I am going to give it to y'all. That's a great idea. Give me 1 second. I'm going to run downstairs. And I'm going to get something. So Don, take it away, man.
All right.
You're it, Don.
Yeah. And here I am, because Frank just mentioned the sticker, and I know his sticker is sitting right down in front of me somewhere, underneath all of this, like this and this and
Yeah.
20 other things that are here. In fact, here's Frank's card.
Ah,
So his card is here, so his sticker is like right, anyway, whatever.
I've done the same thing with my stickers that I've got, the packs of stickers. I've put them all over my portable battery boxes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I've done with them.
Yeah, and I've got a battery in fact, I just won a Bioenno battery on Mike's stream. So
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Ooh.
I got a Miati and some other. I built a battery box a long time back. That was one of the first things I was messing with a couple of years ago. Just and mine is more like the fisherman's light. It has power and all of that stuff on it, so you can power poles and the little thing to read the power. And then I put lights around it because a lot of these guys were going, oh, at night you need to have a light. And so I really like that part. I don't see it in some of the ham radio boxes, but a lot of the other boxes do have the lights around them.
So I have my cigar box, my take one, leave one cigar box,
Yes.
which I got some pretty good stickers on it already of everyone that around cigars. That's where I've been putting on this box. I got Smoke Signals RF, got Shane here, M17 guys, our happy hour. A lot of people like putting stickers on their laptops.
Yep.
Mine's unmolested, untouched because it's brand new still. It's brand new. I can't do that. It's still smooth. There's no scratches on it, and it's just so beautiful right now. I can't do that. The other thing I want to do over here is that second pegboard down there. I want a world map. I'm going to put a world map up there, and I put pins on it when I make contacts, so I can start seeing how far I get. And that's
My
another
daughter
fun
and
thing I wanna
son-in-law have a United States map hanging up in the foyer. They put pins in from every city they've visited since they've been together. And that's pretty cool. That's a neat idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things I'm going to be working coming up on Tank Radio here, we got about 6 minutes left, is I bought a 10-watt dummy load over in Dayton, and I'm going to be doing a build on it. Then I have an idea of another project I want to do, something to do with a trash can of some type. I'm just going to give a hint there. I do been wanting to do that, and I finally have all the materials to do it. I just need to film it, and I'm going to really start trying to do my ham shack. I know I've been talking about it for a while, and here's some inside baseball on me. I was ready to do this about January, February, March time frame. Then my dishwasher went out. Had to replace the dishwasher. And I've recovered from that now. I am ready. I'm good to go. My dryer stopped working. And And I'm not trying to
Never
prolong
ends,
the
Frank.
project,
Never ends.
but life. Ugh.
Never ends.
So I haven't replaced the dryer completely yet, but it needs to be replaced. And then my AC unit 3-4 weeks ago up here, I turned it down. It was 80 degrees for one of our Sunday night streams, and it got up to 82 degrees up here. I was up here for 2.5 hours talking to y'all, having fun, sweating, and the unit was just blowing out warm air the whole time. Thankfully, it was low freon, but the technician says maybe within a year or so you might want to consider replacing this. I was like, no, because I just did the other unit last year, which I haven't paid off yet.
Yeah, I got nailed with that too. But I've also, like, in the big freeze we had, I lost the dishwasher, and I said the heck with it, and I washed the hot pots and pans in, and I used paper plates and plastic forks. I don't care. It's just me. And, then my washing machine is out, and I've been buying these little washing machines because I don't wash clothes like my wife did, right? These big, huge loads of things.
That's me. I just piled up until, well, actually, I just walked by because my clothes washer is right outside my bedroom door, and I just throw them in there, and then be like, okay, it's time to run a load. Drop the little detergent pad pock in and turn it on. It's easy that way. It's easy.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But then you're paying, I don't know what, because I looked at washing machines the other day, and oh my gosh. And the other part of it is I don't really want somebody trying to get a washing machine into this house. I think the last time they came in through the garage, but the doors are not that wide. I don't know how they did it. I really don't. And so anyway, there's all this logistic thing going through my mind of how do they get it into the house, and do I really want to screw with all of that? And, and somehow I've got to keep the cats from going in there and watching what they're doing and
life gets in the way of ham radio sometimes.
It does. It does.
Well,
but I will get there. I'm still doing Parks on the Air. I'm still loving my G90, and I might got a line on a cool new tool for my G90. I just need to reach out. I got so many contacts, and I met so many people at Dayton. It was amazing. And I was flattered by.
I wish I could have come to that. Dayton.
It was a blast.
I don't live that far away. I just couldn't put the time together.
Well, it's okay. I hold you up next year. I will be wanting to see you next year out there.
I want to be there. I'm thinking about making some reservations here shortly just to make sure I got a spot.
Yeah, in my industry, the times I have off are near Christmas. This time of year, and this is what happened to me this year. I knew back in March, or actually in February, with the project starting off and kicking off the way it was, the schedules are going to line up. Like we have stuff that's due next week. Now the guys in India are going to be working. I mean, they're finishing their part, so I'm not as involved right now. But last weekend, no way.
We got 1 minute left. Is there any project or anything any of y'all want to shout out before I take the screen back?
One thing, real quick.
Go ahead.
I really enjoy about this Ham Fest is visiting with all the guys in chat. So guys in chat, really, really, really enjoy what we've been doing this last 2 days.
Awesome. Thank you. Vern, the floor is yours.
I would like to thank everyone that's been creating all this content all weekend long. It's just been great. I've enjoyed it, and I hope it continues, and I looked forward to it, and it did not disappoint. I am very pleased with it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you all for joining. I am just going to end it here and just run my credits real fast. Thank y'all.
All right. Thank you.
Everybody.
7-3.
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There is a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.